I'm now live, finally, at 3 o'clock. You know, last Monday, I had like all my videos done by now. I gotta move with what's going on, right? With me right now. I just finished up a live on astrology motivation. For those of you who did not catch it, hey! For those of you who did not catch it, dude, catch it. I go live Monday mornings on astrology motivation. You could find it over on YouTube. It's my second YouTube channel. You know that I'm born without boundaries, 100%. But astrology motivation is the sort of born without boundaries subcategory. It's where I can flex a lot more over there, simply because born without boundaries has a very tight release schedule. And as I've seen over the summer with half the Scorpios disappearing, when you mess around with release schedules, it really can mess you up a great deal. But over on astrology motivation, I have freedom, and I love being free. So yeah, check me out. I go live there on Mondays, usually around 9 o'clock, but I didn't get online until like 1:30. Just weird. So what I'm working on is my story 96. It is a science fiction fantasy story that incorporates the dynamics of twin flame in with the stories, or taking ancient alien progenitors from the Zecharia Sitchin fringe theories, taking that as a story, and then of course the yin and yang spiritual concept, and all rolling it together as commentary of how we've become so polarized and what it really means for us, which is the commentary on today. So I am writing this novel, and I am almost finished with book 2, finished with the first draft of book 2. My first book is well and edited. So, you know, it's a slow process because A, writing is a slow process. That shit don't happen quickly. And then B, when you're building a world, it's complicated. Because now all of a sudden every knob and screw and cog in that world is up to you, and it has to make sense, which is why once I finish the book, I will go back and edit the book, and what is now 530 pages will probably easily become 650, and then I will have to send it over to my editor. And the first book took him about 6 months to edit, and it was half the size. So if you understand then this process, it is a long process. So I have jumped into, but I'm still trying to get an agency on board to support me. And I'm having a great deal of trouble. Number one, because I am an unknown author. Number two, I don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers on my YouTube channels. Because if I did, just popularity alone would make them look at me. But I don't have that. And number three, I'm not writing for a category that's very popular. The most popular category is still young adult. This is definitely not young adult. This is adult. In fact, portions of these books are definitely XXX. So not all of it. It's not a full-on 50 Shades of Grey, because that's not what it's about. But it is adult material, conceptually, intellectually, and definitely in how graphic it gets. It is an adult read. So it's a harder sell, right? And I don't know how to get myself in touch with somebody who will actually even read what I send them, and not just push back at a fucking, at a query form letter that they make you enter online. So I have yet to actually get the attention of an agent that would take me and my story seriously. So what I am doing is I am commissioning artists to start creating concept art and character development for me, because I am a very, very visual person. And not only will it help, but it'll also help me put together some rudimentary promotional materials to start telling the story, maybe online, creating another YouTube channel for it to see who's interested in it, as well as promotional materials to help out in delivering the story to others, because it's not a simple story. And I think that that's what makes it so, why I love it so much. It's even over my head, and I'm the fucking author, so it's like I've been working on that today, and I have not been able to, and I haven't wanted to stop myself, because it's that creativity that I think has just sort of possessed me right now. And if you look at the astrology, it's kind of right in sync, and I love being in sync, because so much of my life has made me feel like I'm out of sync. And so I am a little bit behind schedule. But don't worry. Scorpio, Libra, and Sagittarius, you will be up at the new times. I used to release at 6 a.m. over here, PCT time. And I will not do that anymore. I think it is a better time slot for the videos to be released at 9 a.m. Los Angeles time, which means by the East Coast, they will be by noon. I'm hoping you'll watch me on lunch break. I'm hoping you'll watch me on the way home riding in the car. I'm hoping this will make the videos way more accessible to those of my European viewers, and it'll come out to you guys around 5 p.m., 6 p.m., while you're coming home from work, maybe when you're on the commute. I'm hoping that these times make the videos more accessible and more convenient for you guys, as opposed to that 6 a.m. I changed the 6 a.m. Not that it wasn't working, but that I was like, what the fuck is wrong with it? It's almost sadistic. How early do you expect people to wake the fuck up? It's like, and it wasn't like 6 a.m. is when Scorpio came out. Sagittarius was coming out at 5 a.m. Libra was coming out at 5:30. Like 6 a.m. was the late slot. And so it was just like, no, I can't do that to people anymore. I just can't do that to people anymore. That's just so mean. So I'm trying out these new times, but yes, but that's the kids NVM. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you just meant. So I'm just trying to kind of like make it a little bit easier for you guys. Oh, a little bit of a rant. I've been getting these comments, and I've asked for your feedback, and I would say 99% of your feedback is extremely healthy, and I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, man. But some of the feedback has been commenting on what I wear and why I feel like I have a right to go shirtless. And I'm just like, and comments of like, what I wear is near almost pornographic. And I'm like, if you think my fucking sports bra is almost pornographic, you don't know what porn is. You've never seen it. Okay? Because a woman in a sports bra is not porn. It is nowhere near it. And why do I feel I have a right? Because it's my channel and I have a right to be me. And I love the concept. I just love, it's like all those motherfuckers, except for Tyler. Tyler's Tarot. He is himself. He has never stopped being himself. He'll never stop being himself. And that is his superpower. And it's why I like it. But all them other motherfuckers that I've been seeing on YouTube, whether they're newer than me or even older than me, they have finessed their background, their lighting, their camera angles. Most of the women readers, they got all this makeup on, and I'm like, what studio are you in? What? I am 100% my truth, okay? You're not going to look at my face and see anything that's plastered on or fake. And you're not going to look at my body and see anything that's plastered on and fake too. I have a right to wear my sports bra because I just finished exercising. And if I don't wear it, I won't do it. And I've got to do it for my own health, my mental health and my physical health. So the comments are so counter-spiritual. I tell you, it's only been females. And clearly, you could say, oh, that's because men will want to see it. No, there's some females that like titties too, right? Stop being so one-tracked, right? But it's not even about that. Most of the comments from other people are like, when I know somebody's really tuned in, when they're not looking at what I'm wearing, they're listening to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? I only resonate with you one other. Oh, thanks, sweetie. But the point is, like, authentic. Yes, I am my authentic self. I don't come to you from a studio. This is my motherfucking living room or my bedroom upstairs where I do the other readings. I don't have a studio. I don't have special lighting. I don't even have a special camera. I still use my phone. You know, this is a home enterprise. I don't have these people coming in and I mean, some people wear makeup because they love makeup. It's the form of them expressing themselves. But I don't. I hate makeup. It makes me itch just to think about it. When I act, if I'm in a role on stage, people will put makeup on me. But that's because I'm not myself. I'm playing a character. That's what me, having gone to theater school, that's what I associate makeup with. You put makeup on when you're playing a character. I don't have makeup on because I'm not playing shit right now. I don't have makeup on. I don't have nice clothes on. This is my day. You are invited into my day. And I channel the truth because I am the truth. I live the truth. This is my authenticity. And that's why every single one of my videos is authentic. And the message is honest. And it's true. And it's just blunt. Right? So this concept of your fears or people making their fears and their hang-ups my problem is so sad. It's so sad. Because if you are intimidated by my titties, when my titties aren't even out, they're in a sports bra, which is the most least attractive thing you could be wearing. It's about workout gear, right? But like, if you can't take your eyes off my titties, why are you making that my problem and my fault? That's your problem. That's your disconnect. I'm on here I'm not trying to get anybody's, well, I'm trying to get people's attention. Yeah, of course. Of course I'm trying to get people's attention with my message, with my tarot card reading. I'm not doing workout videos. This is just a part of my day. You know, I don't dress, like, I don't really dress up, generally speaking. I've never been a dresser. I've never been a makeup girl. I've never been any of those things. I've always kind of been, well, I love tight clothes. Yes, because I love athletic wear. I could live in my dance clothes and my athletic wear. 100% of the time, that's basically what I'm wearing. Unless I go out to dinner with my friends. But like usually I am in athletic gear or dance wear because it feels good on my body. And the more comfortable I am, the better readings I do. So this idea of me having something wrong with me because you're uncomfortable, well, that shit's got to stop right here. Your discomfort comes from your hang-ups. Doesn't come from me at all. At all. And if you can't take your eyes off my titties, whether you're a male or a female, it's because you got issues, not because I am wearing a sports bra. You hear what I'm saying? So enough with your shit. The most beautiful thing, one of the most beautiful things in the world is a human body. Technically, I would love to be naked. I never really grew out of that. I love being naked. But people stereotype that. People associate nudity with all sorts of horrible things because they are triggered. Their horrible parts are triggered by nudity. Not because there's anything actually wrong with nudity. And no, I'm not going to go on here naked because YouTube wouldn't show my videos. But the bottom line is, I am not somebody who looks at nudity in a hypersexualized, dirty way. I have never been and I never will be. So your hang-ups are your fucking hang-ups. If you can't even see somebody in a sports bra without thinking of pornography, you need to go to your priest. You need to go to your psychologist. You need to go get help with yourself because this is not my problem. This is not something I'm doing to you. You need to take look at me adjusting. You need to take responsibility for your own shit. You really do. Like, and how are you on a spiritual page trying to get spiritual messages when you're obsessed with me not having a shirt on because I just finished exercising or something? Like, what is wrong with you? That's your hang up. That's your hang up. That is. And let me tell you something. Most of these, they're all women. They're all women that are complaining. And I guarantee you, they are the thirsty ass bitches up on Tyler's Tarot, up on, what is that, Minnow's Pond, thinking that somehow they're going to get attention because that's a male reader and they're desperate. And that's somehow in the back of their mind what they're really, really looking for there. And it's so fucking sad that some people would be so fucking desperate to the point where they are hating on a female reader simply because they can't get over her body. You got titties too, bitch. The fuck? What the fuck? The fuck? I need to know. Get over your own issues. Do not project them onto somebody else. Your hang-ups are not because of me. They are because of you. Take responsibility for your own shit. My 25-year-old daughter taught me, come on, man. All right, they're just jealous because you got I don't think it's jealousy. I feel like it's so much deeper than jealousy. It is that they are not spiritual at all. They're just on here for easy answers. Because one of the most beautiful spirituality, like I expand, because I really believe in 4 elements, the 5th element of the ether. Earth is an element, and our bodies are part of that element. It is not dirty or ugly. The human body is like the sunrise. It's a physical reality, and it's there's a beauty to it. So this concept of put on clothes is you trying to shame me. Like, I have to cover myself up to be accepted by you. And I don't. Like I said, I'm not going to the extreme of I'm going to come out here naked. Right? Simply because I like my sports bra. If I lived in the 60s, I would not have been one of those bitches burning my bra. I like my bra. Not just because they're pretty, because sports bras usually aren't pretty, but because they're functional. When you got C cups and above, you love your bra. You need your bra. You don't want to just go flinging, flapping all over the place. Like, no bra zones are for, people with smaller breasts because even if you have nice, firm, perfect C cups, they have weight. You got to support them somehow. And no, is this a spiritual conversation? Yes, it is, because it has to do with the human body. And why are we demonizing the human body? Especially the female body. All the time. Always. The female body got to get it. Always. They just always got it. It's always got to get it. You cover yourself up and make yourself look professional. My profession is beyond, I am professional because I am honest. My profession is the truth. Like, what do you think my profession is? I worked for 7 years. No, 8, something like that, in the corporate world. I know how to fucking dress in specific environments, but the spiritual world should be completely and totally comfortable with my body. You are not spiritual if you are intimidated by or angry with the human form. That's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm not even showing myself. I'm just coming on here as me. And that just kind of drove me crazy. So that's my rant today. That has got nothing to do with your tarot card reading. The daily tarot will commence now. I'm going to show you the card. This isn't an actual card, but it will commence now. This is an actual card, but it's not part of your reading. But it's what's looking at me. Love, love, love. And right behind it is this: look your fears in the eye. If you can face your base self and find love and strength, you will open the doors for love. And what the next card is the Sun card. These are beautiful cards to have, but you have to have the courage to love the beast as well as the angel. You can't just decide one or the other. That's not spiritual. That's imbalance. That's evil. You have to get right with all of yourself, not just the parts that can be bought and sold on Google, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So, hello. And that's when love starts to open up. Really, really. That's when you draw other people who will love you in. When you love you too. When you love you and you support you and you believe and have convictions in your ideas and your passions, you will find people who will believe in them too. There is an Asian girl here on YouTube who talks about being flat-chested. She's so good. Itty bitty tatty, itty bitty titty bitty. Look at the human form comes in all different shapes and sizes, man. But the female breasts have been bastardized into extremes. They're either bastardized as hypersexualized, used to sell a shit ton of shit, right? Or they're demonized as wicked and evil and luring people. And it's just like, this is my body. I was born with this. You know, I guess I could have them surgically removed, but why should I have to alter myself for your sensibilities? Like, that's bullshit. And why should somebody that's flat-chested have to alter themselves to get attention or to feel sexy? You know, no, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me. If you can't handle it, thank you for taking yourself out of my way. I appreciate it. I got other work to do. So Monday, where is the moon? So the moon early this morning went void of course, and it entered Gemini. So the moon is in Gemini. No, it's not in Gemini. I knew it wasn't in Gemini. I was like, what? No. So the moon is not in Gemini. It's in Leo because we just had a new moon in Leo. And how was that for you guys anyway? I thought it was pretty. It was kind of an emotional day for me, to be honest with you. You would lose yourself if you cared about them and what they say. Yes, I would. The moon is in Leo today, Monday, and then it entered, it entered Virgo at 10:58 a.m. So the moon is in Virgo right now, right? Are we on the 9th? Today is the 9th, right? Yes. So, okay. So the moon is in Virgo right now. I feel completely off. So the moon is in Virgo, and the color of the day is ivory, and that's the only acknowledgement today has. The moon is in Virgo. Yeah, moon is in Virgo. Let's go. Okay. I find that when the moon, for me as a Cancerian, and I have a Cancer moon too, I find that for me, when the moon is in Earth signs, I'm really about getting shit done. Like, I'm really into getting shit done. Like, I'm all about the business. I'm all about seeing the tangible results. And I like myself that way. I do. First and foremost, we got the Strength card. Bam! It's about time you at least take a look at your own fears, at your own beast, at your own dark side. It's not always the easiest. It's like looking fear in the mouth. Looking fear in the mouth, and you start to see that it's not so fearsome. Clarity, that's right. You're going to give it perspective and clarity. She clears shit up real quick because she's so smart. She doesn't let anybody get away with a bunch of crap. This woman does not lie. She does not lie. She's the truth personified, and she will guide you and direct you. Usually for me, the Queen of Swords is about looking in a new direction, figuring a new direction. As we talk about new directions, we have the Six of Swords. But this is karma, and the karma that you've created for yourself. So what karma have you created? Your own personal karma. What karma have you built up? And you know what? You may get some clarity today on, you may actually start to see, because it's hard for us when we're in the wheel, right? We're all in our own wheel, getting dizzy, making ourselves dizzy every day. So it's a very rare but very magical time when you get to be objective and see yourself outside your own wheel, and you 333. What's up? When you start to see how karma has impacted how your actions have created your world. when you actually start to see, when you actually see, oh, I feel that. I feel how what I believed and what I behaved is now what I'm living in. I feel it. And so this is a beautiful and very empowering time for us to realize the power of ourselves, the power of our voice, the power of our focus and what we put energy into. It is very, very important to realize that right now. And that's really what the Lion's Gate is about. People get all into this fucking Lion's Gate this, Lion's Gate that bullshit. I'll tell you right now, I'm not saying it's bullshit. I'm saying that it's a heart space opening. It's a clarity. It's it's humble for Leo energy, but it's a humble clarification on what you love and how far you've gotten away from it because of the world and because of the need to fit in, the ego, the drive. It's this beautiful reconnection to the soul self and your truth. And through that, there is tremendous amounts of power, because when you are beaming from your truth, 3D doors open up for you. They do. Here we have going after something, maybe going after something too quickly or too aggressively, or just an aggressive way of going at something. Could also be somebody aggressing towards you, talking shit. But I don't think so, because he's upright. Usually upright, the Knight of Swords is somebody who's definitely on your side. There's a lot of clarification here today. There's the Knight of Swords, but watch out. He's still upright, so he's still honest. He's still being good. But this is a guy who thinks, oh, I have to take it all on myself. I have to do everything myself. It's only clear when I think of myself unraveling the complications, and that's not true. You need to open your heart. There's too much of your head going on. There's a lot of head space here. So this is finding an open heart, finding a way to an open heart. And then we have the Temperance energy. So that's a balance, right? Temperance teaches us and reminds us to balance out our heart with our mind so that our brain can be leading us in the right direction. And here we have new directions, learning something new, looking toward going someplace new, opportunities coming in and from a new direction. Okay. Starting to, I think, maybe get so frustrated. Yeah. Ooh, we're done with something. Something is done for us. Doesn't mean we're ended or we're dead, but it means we've completed a life cycle and now we're ready to start over. It's like just you want to put something to rest that you've learned or seen or discovered. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, we are through the portal here. We've started a new cycle in our life. We've started that new cycle. We've left something behind, and now we are very much on our way to high achievement. Being able to make something, bring something to fruition in the 3D world. Making that money. But it's not about money, is it? It's just about real time. It's just about working in the tangible. Okay, so let me see all the cards on the table. Strength card. I am tired. I apologize. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and couldn't get myself back to sleep. So that's central energy. She's surrounded by so many swords. But that's the Queen of Cups. And she just is like, you know what that's telling me? You got to put your heart into this. You got to just trust your heart today and put your heart into it. And there's a lot of different things. And through your heart, it's almost like your heart is going to guide you through all those other thoughts. Helping you to release what you have to release. and take those steps into your new life. What does that mean? I think you're going to find a cosmic balance today in trusting your heart. With the Three of Wands here, okay, sweetheart. She's been so itchy lately, I don't know. With the Three of Wands here, let me say this. You know what's coming your way is an ending. But this ending isn't one of those endings where you're going to be in mourning or grief. This ending is going to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh God, because I couldn't stand one more day of this, Jesus. You know, like, that's what this is coming. There's an ending coming, and I bet you it's an offer. There's an offer. There's some big papa with some money. There's an offer coming your way that is really going to end a portion of your life that was imbalanced. Didn't feel good. Wasn't right. What are you doing? What are you doing, honey bunny? Okay. So that's a really beautiful message, actually, toward the end here. Teaching. It's not that there's not a real opportunity. When the offer is actually tangible, it's not made up. It's actually a tangible offer that's going to bring you out of this old stage in your life, because you have the karma. And yeah, this karma is cutting into your brain. You're starting to realize, wow, how you fucked up, or how you can make things better, or how you could have made things better. And really, this is just a sense of, okay, you got to love yourself with where you are right now. Right? But this is essentially what's coming out as a balance is a new offer, new opportunity that's going to end this cycle in your life and actually let you start over. Start chapter 2. You're actually, just like me, you're working on book 2. And that's what's going on today, is this shift that puts you on the outside of your old life. And then new opportunity that comes in. And this is a beautiful opportunity because it's represented by the King of Pentacles. It's either an actual person reaching out to give you a job, or it's just this sense of people being willing to invest in you again. Okay. You ready? Surrender to the divine. Full moon. Now, we just approached a new moon, right? That we're still in the new moon energy right now. So welcoming in these new opportunities into our life, welcoming in our renewed sense of our heart space, right? But surrender to the divine. Give it up to God, man. In other words, at this point, you should know you're not in this alone. And you're never going to be in this alone. Spirit's got your back. Trust. That's what this card is saying. Trust. Even if you don't see it right here in front of you right now. Come on. You know better than that. You know better than that limiting thoughts. It's there. It's coming. It's there. It's there. It's there. It's there. All right. Now the cards are here. So we have, open up your heart chakra. Right in the center is the Queen of Cups. Open up your heart chakra. And then we have suffering in silence and awareness. You know, it's almost like you were suffering all by yourself, right? You really couldn't figure it out what was going on. And then all of a sudden it started to play out outside of you. And that might have caused greater suffering, but it also provided clarity, right? And then we have, and that's the awareness, is all of a sudden being clear, or somebody becoming aware of how much you've suffered or how hard you've struggled. That's also another way to look at this. Spiritual union is here. So finding people who really care beyond just the superfluous or the superficial. Also a sense of, why are you going about this alone? I just told you, trust in the divine. This is a sense of union, trust in other people, trust that they got your back. Reach out, start to connect, start to make this thing grow, start to make it bigger. You have got to do that. Connection is so important right now. Bondage. But it's in reverse. So that is unchaining yourself. And that's from your own self-hatred or your own fear or your own sadness and your own pain. In other words, you're not going to be stuck anymore. You're not going to be stuck in an area where you were trapped. So think to yourself, what have I been stuck on? What have I been stuck on? Because the stuck is undone. This is the bondage breaking. And that can be painful too, because we get real homey with our cages, don't we? I've described the metaphor, I've used the metaphor with you before. It's like when the chains have been on so long, they actually grew into your hands. And now all of a sudden they've been released and you're like, pain, suffering. You don't even trust the lightweightness of your arm, your own arms. You don't trust it. You're going to react, oh, it's painful at first. This is a release of your pain. This is a release of your suffering. It's a release of your servitude. So whatever you were stuck in, a job, a reputation, whatever you were in that rut, right? We were talking about the rut last Monday. You're out of that rut. This is the innovation or the inspiration or the hand that reaches out to you to pull you out of that rut. But remember, you got to have the strength to reach your hand up and call out for help to begin with. So that is happening right now, is this bondage is breaking. And that may make you feel a little bit more vulnerable, and overexposed, but that's exactly what you need right now. Leadership. And see, this is another picture. You get the strength card, right? Of the woman and the lion. That's iconic. And then you see this. And it's called leadership. And isn't that what Leo is all about? But you have to face your fears to be a Leo. To be a leader, excuse me. You have to face your fears. You have to face, why am I really doing what I'm doing? You have to face your darker side. You have to face your beast. You have to face all these things. And I think the discomfort that we were experiencing was in the facing of all this. But be the leader. Take the initiative. That's what it's saying. Take the initiative. Take the initiative. Archangel Raphael is here, provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. You're going to get help, divine intervention. Set your goals and take the lead. Don't let anybody stop you. Move ahead as far as you can. Take that first step. Go ahead. That's the message. Provider of healing for the mind, body, and spirit. I'm telling you, there is help coming in. And you know, one of the biggest forms of help is when you go after something yourself, you start to see the strength of what you've got. I was watching old clips from The Cosby Show. If that wasn't a brilliant show, it was brilliant. And there's this episode where, and like I said, you can't watch full episodes because they took them all off TV everywhere. But there are clips on YouTube. So I was watching an old clip from an episode where the whole family gets in line, and for 24 hours, they basically show Theo how it's going to be to live in the real world. And his father plays his landlord, and his sister pays the person at the bank. You know, all these things. And at the end of the episode, he said, I realized that the real world is a lot tougher than I thought. He said, but you know what? I realized I am too. Bam! Bam! Oh, that just hit home. Damn. Whew. I am too. The only time you realize your real strength is when you're under duress, when you're challenged. You don't see your strength unless it's challenged. So these challenges are really for us to realize our own strength. And that's why, there you go. When you have to be brave enough to look in the lion's mouth. When you have to figure out shit and be dexterous, that's where you're going to find your soul again. That's where you're going to find your courage. That's where you're going to find your heart again. Because your heart is your center of courage. You're going to find your courage in challenge. And that's a lesson that nobody else can teach you. That's a lesson that's going to change your life. Because the strength that you get, this is a life-changing lesson. That's what these two cards together mean. Life-changing lesson. When you find that strength inside yourself, it changes everything that you are from that point on. You will never be the same person again. You won't even think you're in the same planet. Because you'll see it in a completely different way, and that is the way of, but I can. I can do this. And now you see you can do anything. When you're not afraid to fail, because you know when you fail, you know how to get back up. Oh my God. Ooh. Look at this card snuck in. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. It's time for you to create something new. It's not just ancestral mental patterns or breaking family karma. It's you. There's all we're doing right now. And for the past 20, 30 years, all we've been doing is churning the same ideas. Nothing new has been created. It's time for you to break into something new. And the world is not going to make that easy. It's not going to make it easy. It's going to make it impossible. Why? Because it takes money out of their pockets. Because it's scared. Because people like complacency. The most cowardly energy in the zodiac is the most strict. The most strict. But it has the most fears. That's the devil energy. That's Capricornian energy. I'm not saying all Capricorns are cowards. But I'm saying they don't like to move. They don't like to take anything on unless somebody else invented it. They're the maintenance initiative. They're not the creation initiative. That's Aries energy. Or Cancer energy, depending on how you're bringing something into the world. Right? It's the maintenance. Air and earth is maintenance. It's sustenance. It's the sustaining energy. Those are the sustaining energies. The air, water, and fire are the creation energies. And so it's time to create something new. And that means old shit's got to be moved out of the way. And you know the old shit's just going to sit on it. I am a voice. I am a voice. It's time for your voice to be heard. You are a voice. Speak up. You got something to say. And then medicine, mother, honor your inner knowing. Speak up. You found your truth, now say it. How are you going to say it? Creatively? Sure. Be creative. This is the season of creation. This is the season. Leo is that creative spirit personified into the self, right? Who are you creating yourself as? What is the self you've created? Are you happy with it or do you want something better? Okay. No judgments. Build what you want to be, not what you've become complacent with, right? That's what we're learning right now. Night, be brave and honest. Be brave and honest. Let's go. So we have imagine, and I just talked about imagination and the power of imagination, and how you can use imagination to help yourself out of a rut or a depressed time, or out of a time of feeling unhappy. Imagination. So it's, dude, I'm telling you, it's time for us. Never ending story and round 2. In other words, what I say, we are stuck in a circle. We are stuck in a pattern. We are stuck in lack of creativity. We are stuck in a safety zone of what's been done before, over and over, 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 over and over. And it has just dug us into a hole that is deep, and the only people that are profiting are the ones that somehow dig people out of holes. Like that's it. Imagination is necessary, and these ruts are designed to force you to get your imagination back, to start being creative again, to use your imagination. So these ruts are designed to help you find your strength and to help you find your imagination. You got to be clever. And sometimes we're only capable of being clever when we're desperate. When we're desperate. Okay. We have Moonstone over here in reverse. Heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it is trustworthy. You didn't trust yourself. Or the world let go of trusting their intuition. They let go of their sense of spirituality. They let go of it. They disconnected from trusting what they couldn't see in front of them. Interestingly enough, we end up over here. But this isn't the bad guy, dude. This is the guy who wants to do something new. This is the guy who wants to take the chance on something new. This is the world providing you what you need once you've catalyzed the motion. We have clear quartz. Let yourself feel all your emotions, honoring your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feeling is sending you important messages and guidance. Trust them, act on them. Just like I shared with you this morning, I had to act on my impulses to start this creative process. I just had to do it. And then Lenormand, sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. Can you please get on your own side? Guys, watch what I just talked about on Astrology Motivation. The number one thing you must do when you're in a point of fear or discomfort, you have to be on your own side. You have to trust that your emotions deserve to be honored. You have to stop discrediting what you need. And you have to stop that horrible internal negative self-talk of, why aren't you doing something? What could you be doing right now? How much could you be getting done? It's like, shut the fuck up. How about this? Mind, say to me, breathe. Breathe. Go put that dishwasher on. I know you can get it done. Did you brush your teeth? Let's go brush our teeth. I know we can get this done. Be constructive, not deconstructive. You have to get on your own side right now, because there's so many, you can't doubt yourself right now. The world needs your courage. Emerald. Ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages, such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, anniversaries, or just your awakening. One of these days, you're going to look back at this day and you're going to be happy for it. You're going to celebrate it. You're going to be like, holy shit, it all started there. And you're going to like what started. Deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. Bam. What's up, Heidi Rose? Bam. Home. And look what she's holding. Home. That's your heart. Finding the place that you belong. It's all held in your heart. This is where you are. You're home. You've been guided home. You've been guided home. Oh my God, she looks like one of those little avatars from that movie. Doesn't she? I think this deck I don't know if this deck came out after those movies or before. That's interesting. Where's your heart? Right there. And it aspires. It's a star. Just like the sun. The sun is a star, right? That is the sun. The sun is a star. We are in Leo season. The sun, that is your shine. Suns don't need to shine. They shine on things, okay? That is your internal shine. That doesn't need validation from anyone else, but you got to trust it. And it won't be heard if you're so used to covering up all the other things about yourself, including your feelings and your worries, and those are our feelings. All those things is like, if you honor them, you're actually digging out yourself from that garbage dump and you're uncovering your heart again, because now it has room and time to breathe. Now it's free and it can radiate. And things that may seem silly at first, dude, water is free. There was a motherfucker at one point that said, let's bottle this shit and sell it, even though it's free. I mean, worked out for him. I'm just saying, there have been stupider ideas that have gone a long way. You can't call them stupid. You have to get on your own side. You have to believe in this idea, including if this is the idea of, I can find somebody who will love me. But what do you have to do for that? You have to love you. So really, this is a very healing period. Healing for growth. Healing for progress. Healing for development. Because the way we heal now in Leo season is a way that sets us up for success. Let's go into our angel messages. And then I've got to bid you adieu, because I have to do some stuff for today. And then I have to record the videos. We have diversity. Diversity this card reminds us that, you know what, there is room for you. There is a place for you. There is a space for you. Okay, diversity. Sacred, what I say? Oh my God, sacred space. Diversity. The world would be a boring place if we were all the same. Celebrate your uniqueness. You are special and much loved. In other words, you got a good idea, baby. You just have to trust in it. Sacred space. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald, gold, and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter this sacred space of love and healing. Sacred space. Your heart. That's your sacred space. Then we have healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. Positive thinking. Positive thinking is vital in creating a healthy and abundant life. A positive attitude along with positive beliefs and thoughts are crucial ingredients for creating happiness. Don't worry, think love. Miracle. Our wings of light surround you and those you love. This current situation is governed by a higher power. The forces of love are at work. All will turn out well. And last but not least, Archangel Raphael. A great spiritual transformation is currently occurring, both in your life and in our world. This is the union of heaven and earth, spirit and matter. Heart and mind unite in harmonious balance. And that's what we talked about in the beginning of the reading. Oh, the synchronicities. I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Happy Monday. Happy new week. Happy you are alive. You woke up today. Happy, beautiful, beautiful day. And I will see you guys hopefully on here with me tomorrow. Bye, guys.